Hello learners, in this lecture we are going to learn about legends and how to create legends inside Revit. So before we begin, let's learn about what are legends. So legends are nothing but a data representation or graphical representation of the elements for easy data interpretation. Let's say we have a color code legend here. That legends can include various types of data representation tools that are color coding techniques, any symbols, any text, dimensions, etc. in order to represent the data correctly. So here we have example of a color code legends. Okay, so here a color code is used for each of the room names. So room has a color code of red, room 2 has a color code of pink, room 7 has a color code of magenta color, room 4 is having a color code of green. So a user or a viewer can just look at the room legends data and identify what room is present where. So we can just recognize from the color code only that room 4 is present here. So instead, even if there were no tags present here, one would have easily identified the colors or maybe the rooms based on just the color codes that are used here. So legends are just basically used in the case of data interpretation. Okay, so let's go ahead and check how to create legends inside Revit. So we will check two different examples. The first one is with the symbols, that creating legends with the help of symbols, and the second one is we'll try to create a replica of the color coding. So we'll just take an example of the rooms legend. Okay, so we'll try to create a legend similar to this one. So let's move ahead. So in order to create a legend, you can go to the view, and here you have the options for creating the legend, or else from the project browser you can just scroll and search for legends. Just right click over here and select the new legend. Okay, so the first task here is naming the legend. So we'll take example of a door legend to begin with. So let's create a door legend, and from here you can change or check the scale as per your requirement. Just keep it like 1:100 for now. We can change it while creating the legend as well. So let's click OK. So now you can see we are into the interface of our door legend. So now if you go to any other tabs, that is architecture, structure, steel, you can see the tools are blanked out. That means we are unable to use them into the door legend interface. So here for creating the door, as we have discussed earlier, we only need to use the annotations, any detail items, symbols, dimensions, text here for creating the legends. So to start for creating the legend, you need to use the detail lines for creating the tabular data. So we need detail lines to create the rows, columns, where we can add the text, symbols, and any other graphical representation to create our legend. So let's create a primary basic tabular form. So here we can add the text. Let's add a text saying door legend. Okay, so the next one here would be serial number. Okay, if you want, you can adjust the rows and columns based on your text sizes. And here we have name of the entity. Let's move it somewhere here. So let's drag it a bit and extend this one. Let's add a detail line over here. So my three rows, three columns, and a bit of tabular for data is now created. So let's go ahead and try to add the symbols. In order to add the symbols, you just need to go and select the component, and here we have the legend components. So as we are going to deal with the door legend, all you need to just scroll here and check for the families that you have used in your project and that you want to represent in the form of legends. So I will show an example of three different types of doors that can be placed symbolically in a legend. You can use and apply the same concept for all the doors that are required for your project. Okay, so let's move ahead and check for interior door, that is 810 by 2110 mm. So let's click here. So here we have views that can be that represent the symbol. So for now the floor plan is activated. So you can see the floor plan of the door is now visible. Okay, and if you want the elevation part, you can just select the view as elevation front or rear. Okay, so let's go and place the floor plan view of this door, and you can see that floor plan view of the door is now placed. So now place it again here, and from here we can change it to front elevation. So we have the plan view for this door as well as the elevation for this door. So add a division here, and we can name it separately. Let's move this door a bit closer and move this line as well. So here we can name it as plan view and front elevation. Plan view and front view. Okay. So as you have seen, we have added a plan view for this particular door, and for the similar door, we have also added the front view as well. So you can see here on checking or clicking the door here, we can see whenever the view is in floor plan view, you can see there is a host plan. So host for the door is nothing but the wall. So if you just reduce the host length, let's say 500 mm, so you can see the piece of wall is now reduced to host length that is 500 mm, and it doesn't look correctly, it looks appropriate. So it's a best practice to keep the host length that is greater than the width of the door. Okay, let's keep it 1000 because the width of the door is 810 mm. Okay, if you want, you can just assign the dimensions as well. You can also assign the dimensions here. You can also assign the dimensions for the front view also. Okay, so in this way, you can insert these symbols for your door. That is a plan view and a front view. Now let's name it as the door family of the door. It was 810 mm by 2110 mm. Okay, so now our family name is set. We have added a couple of symbols. We have added their dimensions as well. And for the serial number, let's add a text representing first one. Okay, now our first door is placed with its plan view and a front elevation. Now let's create another one. Before that, you can just even copy these things and place it somewhere here. So let's rename this as number 2. And before we rename this one, let's change the type of the door that we are going to use. So let's check for external door. Okay, so maybe this one. As the door size is now changed, the dimension is now deleted. So here you can see we have chosen 510 by 2110 mm door. So here, as the host length is less than the width of the door, you can see there is a wall that is appearing in between. So let's change the host length as, let's say, 1800 mm. Okay, so my door is now placed here in the plan view, and similarly we are going to change it. So the door was 510 by 2110. So here we can change it to 510 by 2110. Okay, so now we will move ahead placing the dimensions for this. So let's go and check for the dimensioning. So this is 510 and the overall height is 2110. Okay, so in this way you can add the required doors into your legends. Okay, so my second door is now placed with all its required data. Now let's add a detail line to complete the row 1. Okay, and let's complete this row. Let's copy these elements again and place it for creating the third door legend. So let's rename it as 3. Now let's check a different size here. Now let's take an example of it, external door flush. So here, let's select the external door flush again for the elevation as well. So in this way, we have placed 2 doors here, that are 2 different views for the doors. One is the floor plan view and one is the elevation view. So let's add dimensions. Here you can see the door, the host width or the host length is slightly less than the width of the door. Let's keep it as 2000 for a proper representation, and let's add the dimensions. Okay, so in this way you can create your door legend using the symbol pattern. Okay, you can name it differently. So here we have created an example containing 3 different door types as a door legend. So let's, as you are satisfied with the creation of the legend, let's close this one. You can place it into the sheet. Let's go to the sheet 1, and here from the legend you can just search for door legend and just drag it into your required sheet. So here you can see the door legend that we have created now is now placed into the sheet number 1. So just if you don't want the viewport that contains the title for the line, you just need to go here simply and check viewport with no title. So in this way, there is no title, and for this current viewport, as we have added the name over here, there is no need for any title. So in this way, you can place your legends here. Now, as you have seen example of symbolic representation of legends, now let's go and check how to create color codes for creating a particular legend. So we'll just take a reference of these color codes that are present for room name legend. So here we have room as it's shown in red, room 2 is shown in pink, likewise. So we'll take example of first four rooms, that is room 1, 2, 3, and 4, and try to create the color codes for these particular rooms. Okay. So in order to create that, let's go and select the legends again, create the new legend, and here you can create or name it as room legend. Let the scale be 1 is to 100 and click on OK. The first step would involve creating the tabular data, that is the columns and rows. Okay, and add the text as room legend. Okay, let's increase this width of the column and let's move this a bit down. Let's add a first row here containing the serial number or the code and the room name. So let's add a text here, naming code, and similarly here room name, or let's say just a name, because we have created a room legend above, so there won't be any requirement of adding name room name here again. Just simply the name is enough. So now you can insert the field regions as well. So as let's go back to sheet 2 again, and the color code for room 1 is red color. So let's go to room legend again, and here we have to use the red color fill legend. How to create it? Just go to edit type. If you want, if you are using any other different type of fill region, you can just duplicate and make the pattern as solid fill and choose the color from the color palette. Okay, let's go OK and create a small rectangular box. In this way, your color code is now fixed. Let's add a detail line again to terminate the row and add the text here suggesting room 1. So this is your first uh, color code data that we have created for room number 1. So let's copy these two elements again along with this line and paste it here. Now we have room 2. It's a slight pink color. If you want to check the color codes or the RBG values for this color, you can just simply go and check the color codes for these particular colors using the color edit scheme that are used while creating the legends here. So here the color code is RGB is 247, 230, and 250. So let's use these values for creating this color. Let's go to the legend again here. Let's go to edit. So we have a pink uh, type created. Let's change it as 247 and 230, and the last was 250. Okay, so we have created a color that exactly matches the room 2 with respect to the uh, color code that we have created while creating the room name legends. Okay, so let's go and create the color code for room 3 here. Let's move it slightly below. Let's copy these elements and paste it somewhere over here. And for the room 3, we have a cream color, and you can even match the RGB for this one, no issue. And let's copy this one. And room 4 was green color. Okay, so let's change the color now for green. So we don't have any green color here for the field region. Let's duplicate it, create the green type, and as the pattern is solid fill, we don't need to change anything here. Just need to check the color and select the green one. Okay, now let's terminate the column here. So in this way, our basic color code for the room legend is created. So let's close this one and try to place it here. Okay, so we have the room legend here. Let's drag it into our sheet number 2. Before that, we need to deactivate this view, and now if you drag, it's now possible to place it into the sheet. Okay, so here also we don't need the viewport with title, so select viewport with no title. So in this way, you can create your color code legends as well as your symbolic legends. So we have seen two different types of creating legends, that is one with symbolic representation and other with a color code. Instead of a solid fill, you can go for any pattern as per your preferences. Okay. For now, representing the rooms, we have used the normal color codes with solid patterns. If you want any different pattern representation, you can go for using that as well. Okay. So in this way, you can place your legends into your view. So as you have seen previously, you have created the schedules. So it's possible to place the schedules into your sheets as well. So let's take an example. We have different types of schedules created. So let's place a room schedule here. So due to space availability, it's not possible to place correctly over here. So let's go to sheet 2, and whatever schedule you need to display it in your sheet, you just need to drag that one and place it into your sheet. Okay, in this way. So if there is any limitation for placing the schedules correctly, so you have a breakage here that here using this split option, you can split the schedule into two parts. So let's say I just split this one. So before previously there were two, there was a single schedule available. So now it's split into two types. 2D means the schedule is still the same, but only the representation part is split into two different schedules. Okay, this data will be the same as you have seen for creating this door schedule. Only the thing is, instead of placing the entire table, we have just split it into two halves. So if you want the two halves to be four halves, you can just go and make partitions as per your requirement. So here we can place this data separately, this data separately. So you can split the schedules before placing, like while placing it into the uh, sheets. Okay, if there is a limitation for any space into your sheet. So as you have seen, we have placed the door schedules here. Now let's place the room schedules as well. So here we can see we have placed the room schedules. So in this way, you can place your legend schedules into your sheet, and you can even modify them. Okay, hope you enjoyed learning. Thanks for watching.